one of the first times we ever started living on a pot farm. We had been out here on a farm for months. We hadn't been to town to get groceries or anything in months. And so we're living on this farm. We all have like a circular campsite right off in the edge of the woods. It's like all our tents in a half circle around a nice big fire. We wasn't exactly roughing it. We had a generator, a 50-inch flat screen and all that stuff, but it's like this screen TV was in the tree and our PlayStation setup was in the tree, and it was tight. We got to sit around and watch movies by the fire. Anyway, so one day there was like 5 or 6 of us, and everybody else finally got a chance to go to town and do something. You know, there was like a Damian Marley concert or something, and everybody was so excited about it. But you know, somebody had to stay behind with the garden because we live so far from town. So I kind of, volunteered to stay behind with the garden. I was in the campsite. I didn't exactly have a tent. I was in a hammock with all my stuff under my hammock, and I normally had a big tarp strung up to act as a tent. But I took it down because it was super nice, you know, super warm for the most part, and had the fire going. You know, I wanted to watch TV in my hammock and stuff. So I had my dog in my hammock, and eventually the generator went off. It was all quiet. It was way over there. I didn't feel like getting up and going putting gas in the generator. So I just pulled out my headphones, put my headphones on, started watching Netflix on my phone, and you know, I didn't have it up all the way because I kind of wanted to be aware of what was going on around me. And so I was watching Netflix, and I heard something super loud over my headphones, and it was right behind me. I wasn't sure what it was that I heard, but it was loud. And my dog was between my knees in the hammock, curled up, and she sprang up on all 4 feet, and she's shaking. She just starts shaking like a leaf. And that makes me scared because I've never seen her act like that before. You know, she's not a super little dog. She's not a super big dog either, border collie. And she's just shivering. And when I seen that, just a chill went down my spine. And I knew that whatever was back there was a predator. I didn't know what it was, but I knew my dog knew what it was, and that was enough. And so I jumped out of that hammock and built that fire up as big as I could. We're underneath the trees, so I didn't want to burn the forest down, but I took my dog and we got real close to the fire, and she was on high alert for the rest of the night. It seemed like every time we got comfortable, the hairs on my neck stand up, and I just knew something was right over there in the edge of the woods watching us. And as the night went on, I just knew my teammates would be back in any moment, you know. So come on guys, where are y'all at? I guess they, you know, stayed out pretty late. I was never so happy to see the motherfuckers come back down the hill, being loud, rowdy, playing music, headlamps, coming down this trail through the woods in the dark to get back to our garden. And it was like, in one hand I was like, oh, thank you, everybody's back, you know. On the other hand, I was like, there's a fucking monster down here, you know. Like, I don't know what that was, but whatever it was had us scared to death all night. Had my dog scared to death. Nobody obviously believed that it was as bad as I said it was, but I seriously believe that something stalked us all night that night. Something was right around the forest, right around the edge in the trees, just watching us, waiting on us to put our guard down. And we did a couple of times, and as soon as we put our guard down, we could tell it started getting close, and it just give you goosebumps every time something was about to happen. We never heard the sound again, but it's an undeniable feeling of something standing over your shoulder for the rest of the night.